The old fishermen whispered about it in hushed tones. A ghostly ship drifting in the fog, its hull blackened with time, its sails torn like the tattered remains of forgotten souls. No one knew where it had come from or why it never sank. It simply lingered on the horizon, a shadow against the moonlit waves. They called it the widow's grief. Some claimed it was cursed by a betrayed lover. Others believed it was damned by a captain who had made a deal with the devil. But the truth was much worse. Legends spoke of a creature that dwelled within the rotting decks, a thing neither man nor beast. It had no name, only whispers. The Soulkeeper, a monstrous entity that lured sailors with the promise of treasure, only to devour their very essence, leaving behind empty husks, soulless bodies that wandered aimlessly before vanishing into the sea. One stormy night, a group of treasure hunters decided to test the legend. The reward was too great, the temptation too strong. They had heard of gold, of priceless artifacts hidden in the ship's bowels. As they climbed aboard, the ship groaned beneath them. The wood was damp, covered in mold and barnacles, as if it had been submerged for centuries. The air was thick with decay, yet the ship remained intact, as though something unnatural preserved it. They split up, their footsteps echoing through the empty corridors. Dust and cobwebs clung to every surface. The scent of salt and death filled their lungs. Then they heard it, whispers slithering through the air, calling their names, luring them deeper into the ship's belly. One by one, they vanished. A scream echoed from below deck, but when the others arrived, there was nothing, just an old mirror covered in grime. They stared at their own reflections, only to see something behind them. A monstrous figure, towering and twisted, with hollow eyes that burned like dying stars. Before they could react, the creature moved. Shadows wrapped around them like cold fingers, pulling them into the abyss. They tried to run, but their limbs were heavy, their minds clouded. The last thing they saw was their own reflections, screaming silently as their souls were ripped away. By dawn, the ship was empty once more. The sea carried their boat back to shore, untouched, as if no one had ever left. The legend of the widow's grief grew stronger, another warning to those foolish enough to seek what was never meant to be found. And the creature remained, waiting in the fog, forever hungry. Some say the ship only appears when the moon is full, emerging from the depths like a phantom, seeking new victims. Others claim they've seen figures aboard, shadowy silhouettes moving between the tattered sails, their faces lost to the darkness. No one who has ever stepped onto the widow's grief has returned to tell the tale. The ocean knows their fate, but it keeps its secrets well. And so the legend remains, a warning whispered on the wind, lost to time, waiting for the next fool to listen. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.